Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. I'm Who Games from the Who Games Gaming channel, and today you're watching Who Games Game. Today we're going to do a little bit of statistics. I want to look at the QBZ in particular, so I want to take a look at the damage at a range, the mobility, and also I'm going to throw in some recoil pattern. So I made 3 builds. I made a short range, a medium range, and a long range build, and I wanted to take a look at the effectiveness of each one of those. So what I did was I jumped into So what I did was I jumped into some crap, what are they called? Pass gauge. Those are called practice lobbies. Anyways, I jumped into a bunch of those, about 60 or 70 of them, and I got all the data that I needed. But I'm not going to hold you guys any longer. Without further ado, let's get into the video. For the short range build, we are rocking the regular suppressor, the 15.5 inch task force barrel, the infiltrator grip to give us a little bit more movement, the 45 round speed mag, and the Raider stock. With this combination, we are looking to get the most up close movement speed that we can possibly get, because that's where our gun is at most effective. For the mid range build, we're rocking the agency suppressor, the Safad speed grip, the Salvo 60 round fast mag, the Sasser jungle grip, and the Vajan Tech 2X. For the long range build, we're using both the agency suppressor and the 15.5 inch task force barrel. Get a little bit of extra damage at a range. We're also using the field agent grip to give us a little bit of vertical and horizontal recoil control, as well as the Salvo 60 round fast mag again. The main difference this time is that we're going to be using the SUSAT multi-zoom. So the first test I want to look at today is the damage test. So the way we set this up was I jumped into a practice lobby and I made the classes that I was going to use. So what I did was shoot one shot, look at the range that I was at, and look at the damage before and after. So that way I could pick out and tell you what damage was at a given range. The reason I took the range was because I wanted to know at what point the damage started falling off. So with that being said, I'm going to show you all the damage numbers that I got with the short, the mid, and the long range, and I'll help break down some of those numbers for you. Hey guys, sorry for the interruption, but I just want to let you guys know that if you want to see any of this content live, you can check me out on twitch.tv/whogames_. And if you wouldn't... Alright, so I'm going to take you through these charts real quick. So as you can tell from the charts, the base damage for the QBZ is 28 with a headshot damage of 42, and that's around the 0 to 20-ish meter mark, depending on which build you use. So after the first damage drop off for each of the 3 categories, the damage goes from 28 for a body shot to 22, and for a headshot it goes from 42 to 33. Now the only thing that changes between the 3 builds is where this damage drop off occurs. For the short range build, it's about 30 meters. For the mid range build, it's about 33 meters. And for the long range build, it's about 37 meters. So from this we can take away the headshot multiplier being about 1.5. Then the percent drop off, it remains the same for all the different ones. This was just taken from the short range build. The damage drop off is about 21%. The time to kill is about 0.79 seconds for a body shot before the damage drop off. Now for the body shot after the damage drop off, it's about 1 second. And the time to kill for all headshots before the damage drop off is about 0.52 seconds. And the time to kill for all headshots after the damage drop off, about 0.67 seconds. This is assuming you're as good as I am and you don't miss any shots. So this next category is recoil pattern. Now I didn't try to control the recoil in any of them. I will say that there's a difference between the short, the mid, and the long range. For the short and the mid range, I stuck to about 20 and 40 meters, and for the long range, I wanted to test it at a much further distance. So you'll see that the recoil is much more dramatic at 100 meters, but that's to be expected. So the second time you see me shoot with the long range weapon, I actually tried to control the recoil a little bit. I pulled down on the mouse just a tad, and you can see that the control was very good. For this last category, we're going to be looking at mobility, specifically the sprint speed for a 40 meter dash and an ADS speed for 20 meters. So down in the bottom of your screen, you can see the counters for the frame times, or the frames rather. I was recording at 60 frames per second, so if you want to divide that to get the amount of time that it took, you can, but I'm going to leave the speed at which the character was running or walking in the ADS case on the screen here. What's interesting is the short range build is actually much slower in sprint speed, And that's because if the enemy is within 10 to 15 meters of you, you don't want to be caught sprinting anyway. They're going to catch you off balance and probably get the first shot on you. However, in the ADS category for the short range, you can see that it leads by a wide margin as far as speed goes. As far as the results go, I'm going to let you guys decide on which one you think was the best build. Personally, after trying all three of them in real games, I found that my favorite was personally the long range. Do you guys see yourself using any of these? If so, let me know which one you plan on using down in the comment section below, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.